Hello traders, Rich here, and here's a quick but detailed update on EURUSD. As usual, if you guys like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. As we can see, EURUSD is overall bearish, making lower highs and lower lows. So in this case, we'll be looking for the correction to be about to end to catch the next impulse movement. But we can't really know where the correction would end. It can end here, the price can still go a little bit higher, or the price can still go up from here. That's why we don't sell blindly. We always look for key rejection areas. In this case, this is our key rejection area, which is the brown trend line acting as a non-horizontal resistance. Now we'll be looking, and I insist on the word looking, for sell setups. We don't sell blindly, even though we have a rejection area. We zoom into lower time frames and look for extra confirmation and trigger, because USD can still go up from here, as mentioned before, to around the previous highs, which is also an entire resistance if we zoom out. So it can still go up before going down. In this case, we will not sell. We'll be looking for sell opportunities around this area. So that's what we know from daily. We are overall bearish. We are in the corrective phase. As you can see, impulse, correction, impulse, and now we are in a correction phase. And we are looking for reversal sell setups because we are sitting around our upper brown trend line. If you zoom out, we can see that this one is overall bullish, and that's what I meant on daily time frame. You don't want to sell a bullish market, even though it's an entire correction from daily, but from a short-term perspective, we are bullish and we will be looking for sell setups. As you can see here, we were overall bearish. Price was making lower highs and lower lows. So when the last high was broken upward, here we can say that we might have a potential reversal, a potential, because it can still be a fake breakout and price can still trade lower. But that's what we do. We put the odds in our favor. We try to find clues and to try to make sense of the chart. So now, as you can see, this one is overall bullish, making higher highs and higher lows. But since it's approaching a resistance area, in this case it's the brown trend line, we're looking for sell setups and we'll be waiting for a new swing to form around our lower red trend line to consider it our last swing, because for now the last swing is around here, right? So last swing low, this was the previous one, and here as well, and here as well. So now higher low, higher low, higher low, and so on. So now this is the previous low, and now we're expecting a new low to form so that our stop loss would be smaller, because if price now breaks this low, the stop loss would be big. Alright, so we'll be waiting for a new swing low to form around our lower red trend line to consider it our trigger swing. That's why you see me drawing like this for the trigger, right? For those who already know me. So we're waiting for this one to form, and then we'll sell on this trigger swing break downward. And of course, when the sell is activated, the stop loss would be just above the previous swing high, and we target a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Meanwhile, and as usual, until this happens, it's just an idea for now. Until this happens, EURUSD would be overall bullish and can still trade higher and higher, as mentioned from daily time frame, to test this massive resistance area before the price goes down. In this case, we'll be looking for new opportunities, new sell setups around this area. But for now, let's take it step by step, and this is what we are waiting for now on EURUSD. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the next. Hello traders, Rich here, and here's a quick but detailed update on NQ1. As usual, if you guys like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. As we can see, we are overall bullish, trading inside this brown channel. So our lower trend line acts as a non-horizontal support, and as price approaches it, we'll be looking for buy setups, and the upper brown trend line acts as a non-horizontal resistance, and as price approaches it, we'll be looking for sell setups. But for now, NQ1 is sitting midway inside these two brown trend lines, but it's currently sitting around the 14K, which acts as a resistance area, because we don't have typical support and resistance except this one, where we have many failed attempts to break above it or below it. So long story short, we'll be looking for sell setups now, knowing that NQ1 can still trade higher to test the upper brown trend line or even the 15K before going down. But we will not sell blindly now. That's why we insist on the word looking. We'll zoom into lower time frames and see if we have a sell setup and a trigger, of course. If yes, then we will sell. And if in this case, we'll be looking for buy setups around this area, which is the support area and the lower brown trend line. And if price kept trading higher from here, then the next resistance area would be around here, the 15K and the upper brown trend line. So now, long story short, we'll zoom into lower time frames and look for potential sell opportunities. If you zoom out, we can see that we had a buy opportunity here when price rejected the lower brown trend line and this support in green. But anyway, let's focus on the current price action. We can see that the price is now forming like a double top pattern, right? So we had the first top, and now the price seems to be making the second top. So this is our first potential reversal setup. As you can see, we were overall bullish, but around here the impulse seems to be getting weaker and flatter. And here, as you can see, the price failed to make a higher high and instead made a lower high, which gives us an early alert that a potential reversal might happen, but we will not sell just yet, waiting for an extra confirmation. The first, as mentioned before, the first pattern would be this double top pattern. In this case, we'll need to wait for a break above the neckline, which would be around here, around this gray area. So if price breaks it downward, and if price kept trading lower from here, then we will sell after a momentum candle close below this area. And of course, we also have like a trend line forming. So if price now goes flat, then we'll be waiting for a new swing to form around our lower trend line, and then we'll sell on to break downward. And in the case of this trend line, then let me make it in red. If the sell is activated after a break below this swing, then the stop loss would be just above the last swing high, and we target a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, right? But let me delete this one to make it cleaner. And if this happens and price kept moving down and activate the sell from here, then the stop loss would be just above the double top pattern. And of course, as usual, the target would be a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So for those who watched the video, know that we are waiting for one of these two scenarios to get activated. And of course, as I always do, this would be the trigger and we'll be waiting for it. For now, until this happens, this would be just an idea, and NQ1 would be overall bullish and can still trade higher and higher to test the upper areas before going down. That's it for NQ1. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the next one.